So I got a huge wake-up call last night. This has been happening for a really long time. I have plugged lymph nodes in the back of my knee, my left knee, and my left ankle. And last night it got so bad that it started to plug up the lymph nodes in my groin. It's all to do with mothering other women's issues. It's not even about my work. Sitting in my chair absolutely is bending my leg at the groin and at my knee. And that's why Spirit's been saying, you need to walk more, even though I do walk. Her being in the house is part of this whole thing. She's been outside because of the kittens. It's just been so much for her that she literally moved outside, and she's mad at me. And I shouldn't have to be kicked out of my own home is basically what she's saying, which is my message for myself. Because this is my physical home, and I've been carrying so many issues of my friends that have come to me and just dumped, and it's too much. And it was about me learning boundaries, and it's taken me a really long time because it's been my role my whole life, the fixer. My parents set me up that way. I probably, I've always been a healer in my past lives. I've seen that. I was burned at the stake by a friend in my past life. Betrayed me. So it's like I'm constantly giving, and why is it that you feel that you need to give to the point of absolute exhaustion before you take care of yourself? And Spirit's been trying to help me by telling me you need to drink more water, you need to drink lemon water, you need to walk more. Like, as it was getting chronic, I'm hiking, I'm doing this, but I needed to move. I needed to get up. You need to stop working. It's not like I can continually stop working. It's just had gotten so bad that it was to the point where you're going to get incredibly sick. Something bad's going to happen. I don't need my lymph nodes to be with the C word. My mom died of pancreatic cancer. And anyway, I've been literally saying for 2 years to my clients, you need lymphatic drainage massage. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how many times have I preached, pay attention to the words that come out of your mouth. I need lymphatic drainage massage. And I tried to get myself fit in with my girlfriend, Sharon, last night. My friend Jacob Massey and I used to trade, but it's been over 2 years, maybe even 3 since we've done that. And he's so busy. I didn't even realize my friend Sharon did massage, but it was so bad last night. I was literally crying in pain and just in agony. And I don't know why I didn't do it myself. I couldn't understand why I didn't figure this out myself, but I started to do a dry body massage, and I have bruises all over my body, but I got to tell you, I worked my entire body, my legs, my stomach, my groin, my back of my legs, my ankles, and it brought me relief. And but it's all about over mothering. It's taking on these women's issues. It's not my position to do that. It's not, and it's not like I'm trying to fix everything. It's just that I was like the dumping zone, and I watched it in my dream last night. I watched as these people tried to dump shit in my area, and they wouldn't take it away. And I kept saying, you need to take this away. You need to handle this. And they wouldn't do it. And then there was a woman who brought a mop in. Think about all the strands. And she said, I want to bring this mop back. It's not working properly. It's all bunched up. And I said, they're not going to, take the mop back. You're the one who needs to straighten. You've probably done this. So and it was me, the mop, soaking up all of this stuff, right? And why do I have to get sick? I've always been this way. With my father was a workaholic. I haven't always been this way. Since I was divorced 16 years ago, I have had to be the breadwinner and care for myself and other people. And why is it that in order to feel worthy, you feel like you have to be needed, right? Like, I work all day long with other people, helping them with their issues. I'm a psychic channel and I'm a medium, and that's not the problem. The problem is sitting so long, working 7 days a week. Yeah, that's the problem. But it's the after work, taking on everybody else's stuff. They just dump. And it's gotten to the point where I've recognized, wow, even while I was realizing what was happening, I was getting videos and pictures and other people seeking validation from me, constantly seeking. And I was wondering why my house was overrun with ants. They kept coming, and I couldn't stop them. And finally I got ants killer spray, and I sprayed it, and I said, I'm not allowing this anymore. I'm killing it. I'm spraying all around the areas. You cannot come into my house. And it's funny because I was so upset it was happening that I would wake up at 4 in the morning, come into the kitchen, and my whole kitchen was covered in ants everywhere. And I was so tired I could barely stand. And I'm vacuuming ants and washing the floors. And I was yelling, get out of my house, get out of my house, get out of my house. And then out of my mouth came, I'm not going to carry your shit anymore. I'm not going to fix your problems. Go fix yourself. Do your own work. I've done my work. Go do your own work. And this was all coming out of my mouth. And it's so sad that you have to get to the point where even my cat Sammy, my one that had been so abused and abandoned by his family, I've been abandoned by my family. And so that's probably why I sought validation by being available to help constantly. Even if I was exhausted, I was still there to help others. Because, I don't know, my family abandoned me because of their religious beliefs. It's just a stupid thing. Look at the bruises. I've got bruises all over my legs and body from this total hard massage. But Sammy, the kittens are all over him. They want to play. They're not trying to hurt him, and my friends aren't trying to hurt me either. But they're all over him, and he can't seek relief, so he goes outside, which is what I do. I go out and I hike when I'm exhausted because I need the outside to cleanse me. And I realized that, wow, there's mosquitoes in my house more than there are when I'm sitting at the creek. In my house. What does that tell you? I'm letting this vampiric energy into my home. So Sammy would go outside and he is covered in bites and he's itching and scratching and so finally I thought, oh my goddess, I took the kittens and I put them out in the outside catio and I brought him in the house. And this morning I realized someone took a dump in my dream, and I went out and they did, and it was him, and in a very obvious place. Because I had shut the door to my bedroom with him and the kittens, and he had no relief from them. And so I realize now that I'm going to shut the kittens out in the morning and let them play whatever at 4 in the morning, but I'm going to bring him in and let him have some relief. And Bea, same thing, Raven's all over her, and she needs a sacred space. So I got her another big bed, because Raven stole her Lammy next to me on the bed. Bea always slept with me at the top of the bed. That was her Lammy. Since she was brought into my home, that was her Lammy. But then Raven came in and took it over, and she's been sleeping at the top of the bed. And Bea's stiff. She's sleeping underneath underneath my dresser. So I got her a big therapeutic bed last night. I've got 2 now. So Raven can't steal both of them. One of them is going to be for Bea. And Bea has one underneath my desk. And I'm realizing Bea is me. And she's been licking her wrist over and over and over until she's got an open wound. That's anxiety. And so I started massaging her, and I started massaging Sammy, and I kept saying, I'm sorry. Sorry it took me so long to understand. And I believe that Sammy represents my twin as well. Whatever he's going through, I go through. We mirror each other. And it's giving too much and people taking too much and abandoned by your family. People abandon you because they seek for themselves constantly. They're asking from you constantly, sucking you dry. And my poor boy is covered in itches and bites. And so I brought a bed in the house for him and put it underneath a small little area. But then the kittens climbed all over him. And I thought, nope, that's it. You guys are going out. And I put them all outside. They like it out in the catio. But he needs relief. And so now Saphira, see my girl, see her owie? This is licking herself right down to the bone. Because this one. And Saphira has been outside since the kittens came. And they are 6 months old. So she said, can I come in? And I said, and she's mad at me. She's growling at me. She's also me. This is me. And Bea is me. And Raven is all the little puppies and all the little kitties and all the young women who are coming to me for help. And it's my fault for not being as strong, setting the boundary. But also, I was gifted this beautiful mug, because I am the mermaid, by my friend Vivian. And it's sitting up in the cupboard. And I realized, you know what? I need lemon water every single morning. And this is going to be I said every morning, I'm now going to give myself lemon water first. I haven't even had it yet. And it's 11 o'clock, right? I've cleaned cat boxes. I've cleaned my house. I've shampooed the carpet where he had his accident. It's not his fault. He was trying to send me a message. My animals give me messages, and I wasn't paying attention. Why are there ants constantly coming into my house? Why am I getting bit? People, bit by mosquitoes in my own home. And here's my boy. I'm telling you, he is in extreme pain. His whole body is just covered in bites and sores. But he kept going outside, and I said, well, he wants to go outside. Yeah, he wants to get away from everyone climbing all over him. He needs to have, I got him stairs to help him get up to the bed. Look at the beds in here. And it's like, you know what? This is my family. They are my family. They're showing me what's wrong with me, what I need, and what I need to do for them. And that's a bed for him if he wants it. There's 2 beds there. That's the one under there she goes to. The kittens can have that bed. That's fine. But it's like, it's enough. Spirit's like, it's enough. Can you now understand, because you're in extreme pain, what it is that you need to do for yourself? So don't wait until you get sick before you stop working and stop giving all of your energy to everyone else and start loving yourself. I want love in my life. And if I want someone who's going to have my back, because I was looking at this picture that Zoe gave me. Actually, I bought it, but I got it from Zoe. And this is the giraffe. And I realized the giraffes, they're talking about, they love each other. They're both seers, and they're talking, there's a message in my deck about it. But I looked and I realized this is me. I need to be able to rest and have somebody have my back. But if I don't have my own back, if I don't know how to love myself first, no one else is going to be able to do it for me. I need to fill that hole myself first. I need to love me, choose me. I choose me. And when I choose me, the person who's meant for me will also choose me. But it's time for a rest. It's time to give back to myself. It's time to give back to Bea. It's time to give some space to my beautiful girl. I know she's mad at me. I'm sorry. I love her so much. It's not okay that she's been outside for 6 months. She had to go. She had to get away from the kittens. And Sammy had to go to get away from the kittens. And it's not like, oh, Sherri, you've got too many cats. No, I needed to understand what I was doing. My animals show me the kittens are all the young women that are coming. It's enough. It's enough. It doesn't mean I can't be available ever, but I need to give to myself. I cannot pour from an empty vessel. Constantly giving. Please stop calling me with your drama. Please stop dumping constantly. And when I do set a boundary, please respect it, because I'm going to get really, really firm. And you're not going to like it. I've started to do that with people, and they're not used to me setting a boundary, and they don't like it. But the boundary is going to get stronger.